Winner bracket final time then. Lin versus Soen. There we go. Okay, protection is off. Here are your players. Korean Orc versus Korean Orc. Newbie versus LF. Oh, I joined the wrong game. But I will join the correct one in a second.
It is kind of like... what is this? It's kind of like Kendrick Lamar versus Rich the Kid. You know, the one guy's established, the one guy has been the best for so long, and the other one is coming up and perhaps looking up as well to the master. They have perhaps collaborated before, but the master has remained on his throne for most of his career, being challenged sometimes. But perhaps now is time for the up-and-coming player, for Soen, to prove his mettle. Most recently, it was a 1-1, and that was quite surprising to a lot of us. But perhaps to be taken with a bit of a grain of salt, because if you guys were here to see it, you may remember it was a Shadowhunter first tower push.
Exactly.
That was attempted. That didn't work.
Not happen here. The winner of this game is going into the top 8. That is 4 points guaranteed already. The loser still has a shot in the lower bracket, of course, where 3, respectively 2 points are awarded. And Soen, he's fighting hard, man. It's not easy. There's a limited amount of spots for Koreans. Lin sitting very, very comfortably on rank 2 of the ladder at the moment with 16 points. Soen, last spot for the Koreans with 11 points. And there's a lot of players with 11 points here at the moment. So if he wins this, it's fantastic for him. We have double Blade Masters. Lin for Newbie in the upper right, Soen in the bottom left.
And Soen, of course, has, I guess, something to make up for. Wasn't at the latest WGL. The cut there was just a little bit too tough to get through. Lots of notable players weren't there. Perhaps most notably of all, Foggy, as we remember, didn't make it. And yeah, it's always tough to get there. This is our World Championship. This is the biggest tournament we have. And not seeing Lin there would be quite a surprise, but not really any reason to expect this just yet. Gonna have a Blade Master war here. Farseer is very popular currently in this matchup. We saw it sometimes in the past. But then again, I haven't seen it in a while now in this Orc Mirror.
Starting off great for Soen. Cloth of Attack against Ring. Perfect outcome, I guess. A couple of new results from other groups. Colorful 2-0 versus Shao KK, who gets relegated to the Open Qualifier next month. And same goes for Ro16, who lost his game against Sok with 2-0. Oh no, actually that was the semi-final. So a long game between them. But Shishi will be facing 1-2-0, so it's pretty safe to say that... Oh, did he lose already? I'm not... fuck the results. Too confusing.
Blade Masters here passed by each other, however not seeing one another, thanks to Windwalk. Aiming for a bit of base harass here perhaps. Canceling the second burrow is always a gigantic deal, but they're not really in time to do this. Soen deciding to not wall off the base, whereas Lin did do just that. But now third burrow. Oh, third burrow is also important. That means either no third hero or no third grunt. Second hero, of course.
Soen is getting level 2, stealing the turtle, but yeah, the burrow is gone. The grunt dealing with it now. There's no chance really to build another burrow at the moment. Blade Master will just continue to chop it down with 3 Windwalks remaining and 2 heal selves.
Is he gonna try to block him in with a War Mill?
That would be sweet, but I don't think so. Nope. The Blade Master, of course, can pass through units in Windwalk, not through buildings. So it's possible to trap him. Ooh, if he loses that grunt, man, that's not good. He will lose that grunt for sure. But now it's time to trap him.
Yeah, but he's got the TP. This is fine.
True. Reveal.
Can he get the burrow again?
I don't think he can with the Blade Master here. Trying to fight out is Lin.
Oh,
ooh, close though. Yeah. Warmill cancelled. But that was a big delay. Shadowhunter started, but... What?
Now he's stuck in his own main.
What? No. Ah! Bitter. It will take some time, but he needs to heal up. He can chill a little.
So that means now Song will only be on 2 grunts for a little while. His Shadowhunter's coming out, but he's already continuing to creep here in the middle of the map, having found pretty nice items with the mantle and the claws so far. And this is annoying. Yes, the Blade Master is healing, but he would rather be creeping. 3 grunts for Lin, taking out the Spider Crab camp on the other side. And there we go. Finally, the Blade Master is free at last.
Oh, new hero, are you here? It took exactly 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 25 seconds until the grubby topic. That is not a new record, but a new second. Oh, you're not familiar with this, right? I started this Tuesday to keep track when the grubby topic is coming up. So far, the record stands at 1 hour, 34 minutes into the broadcast.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Shadowhunter is grazing us with their presence now. And beginning to creep. Ideally, you want to solo creep them. But this map is so many hard camps. Can you really solo creep the Shadow? I'm not so sure. Ogre Lord pull in the top right.
Blade is here, though. This is not revealed. Do we have a dust? Yes, we do.
But he's standing right on top of the Ogre Lord,
yeah.
so it's hard to hex him.
Could see the flag.
I can't click on him.
It's so crazy now.
Oh, Windwalker expires!
Oh, now he
that was
hexes
the worst timing ever! But he gets the item.
And that's a pipe. We love our pipes.
We do love our pipes, hell yeah.
So,
right.
Who got the better end then? I guess the... Wait, what? What the hell is this? We have a tier 3 tech by Lin.
Ooh, I love it. I love my tier 3 in Orc Mirror. Just like
you love tier 3 in every mirror.
I do! So amazing.
See, I really, like, is the flute the most important thing about this camp?
Yes.
The flute, the pipe.
The pipe
right.
is much, much more important than the experience. Like, you don't take this camp for the experience. Time-wise, it is not really worth the experience. Experience is okay, but if you could just creep the natural, it's much more experience. It is about the item.
Good scouting by Lin with the illusions, getting the next red spot. So in freeing up his expansion here, getting close-ish to level 3. Also found the slippers. This Blade Master is gonna be good. Warmill here, Raiders. Warmill only now by Lin, but with attack, that's totally understandable. This spell upgrade coming as well. Soin is not having a bigger army, despite not having teched.
He did lose a Burrow, or cancel at least. Warmill, Grunt lost, so he did suffer some losses here in the early game. Do you think that's why Lin's going tier 3, having forced this damage in the early stages?
Always hard to tell what goes on in the mind of an Orc player during Mirror.
Usually it's just smirk.
Yeah, pretty much. But I can see that. But is it worth it for the 3 upgrades? Or
it's good. Bone Chime Zoo.
Yeah, I saw that. That's really good.
Very good.
That's really, really good.
So, which 3 upgrades are you referring to here, Neo? Tell us.
Kodo. Upgrade. Lightning Orb. Oh, Blade Master is revealed. Getting out of Windwalk. Oh boy. Walker Master and Lightning Orb.
Yeah. Not waiting for the Orb of Lightning, by the way.
Oh, nice stun. But steal. The item went to Soin, though. Greater Mana, and the Blade Master still in trouble. Hex and the Shadowhunter can't prevent the heal wave, and now he's running out of that fight. What a crazy fight this is, man. Everything is all over the place. Soin has a little bit of an issue with his Shadowhunter right there, being in the middle of almost everything.
Soin lost both Raiders right away. Now doesn't have Ensnare anymore. We have 2 Raiders still left for Lin, finding more kills. He needs to get the kill now on the Blade. So he needs to get the kill on the Blade to get back into this game, but he doesn't. With a quick disenchant and speed scroll away, but also speed scroll follow. This may still be the kill. Another Hex, another Focus. Reveal as well against the Blade. Going back to the fountain, there's healing there, but it's also going to be stuck against the corner. And we fight again. Do we?
I want to push into this. I'm not sure. Everything is hurt for Soin. And Lin is looking good here with his 47 supply. Late Master of Soen is better though. Can he make the difference?
2-for-1 run trade here, once again favoring Lin. These ensnares make things so much easier. Getting
He's
another
getting
kill.
kill
Oh,
after
man.
kill.
Tier 3 hasn't even kicked in yet, man.
Nope. And he's fighting without a Kodo, by the way. This is Lin Orc Mirror for you. Has to disable the Blade Master, otherwise his own blade is falling. Can he block with the Kodo? There's no mana for Windwalk. And Snare... No, going for the safe kill.
One more heal scroll. Can that change the tide? I'm not so sure.
It's definitely a desperation already. No mana anymore, despite the big potion. Is there a hero kill in him without a raider? I don't think so.
Peons in here, everything's trying to do whatever they can. Shadowhunter now gets the time for Lin to get back to the main to the shop for the clarity, and I imagine the Orb of Lightning and a mana potion as well. Big items now in the inventory for the second hero for Lin.
Master training coming as well.
Trying to rejoin with the army. And there we go, going to hand it over in a second. Raiders, once again, the prime targets, of course. We have 3 Raiders right now for Soen, but one of them is about to be falling. Trades it, 1-for-1 against the other Raider. And now the Kodo, I guess. And here we go, free Dispel from the Purge. No Spirit Link for you, my friend. And also a bit of Lockdown. This item is really good in the Orc Mirror. It's just expensive to get to. But now that Lin is here, he's making great use of that tier 3 advantage. And actually, he doesn't quite have a supply advantage just yet, but about to be. With the Walker falling, he gets a Devourer off. He's getting more kills. And this seems to be his first map now, if you ask me. Can he get the Kodo at least here, Soen? Don't really think that's going to change the outcome. And there's another heat wave as well. And Soen, man, he's reeling heavily, losing more and more units to more and more ensnares and purges. He's finally going to get the Kodo. Thank goodness. Gets the Raider back, actually. But that one gets ensnared. Won't be making it away.
10 supply lead for Lin now, and the tier 3 lead, and the Vamp Aura. Lin is just getting more and more kills. Shadowhunter might be the next target. 2 Raiders and a picture perfect 4 units around. Pops him out though. Well done. And now the Blade Master is stuck. Again, this perfect surround, closing it with the grunt, and the Shadowhunter is next. Soen leaves the game. 1-0 for Lin.
Well played by Lin, man. Just getting ahead a little bit in the early game. And maybe that triggered him. Sorry, man. I'm sweating like fucking crazy. To go, you know what? I can afford tier 3. I'm not going to fall too far behind. And then also the balls on him to be like, you know what? I just invested more than 300 gold into tier 3. But you know what? I'm going to fight before my benefits. I don't care.
He really didn't care. It was really cool how in the first big fight, he sniped the Raiders. Like, usually you constantly snipe the Kodos first. This time, I'm not too sure if there was a Kodo, but the speed of taking out the Raiders and then having no control really hurt Soen.
Yeah, Ensnare just makes things a million times easier. And started at that lab, Creepjack, getting the 2 Raider kills right away.
Yeah.
Spiraling like crazy.
So, whoa. Chimiko defeats Focus 2-0. Romantic equalizes against Linguagua. It's 1-1 there.
Chimiko is such a beast against Orc always. Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah, it's fun. Focus is next against Colorful, and if he loses that, his perfect track record is gone.
Don't think he's going to lose it, though.
I didn't think he's going to lose against Chimiko. Not 2-0. Everything's possible here. When the best of the best fight each other.
True, true. Chimiko and Sok both looked really good at the last WGL. Are we going to see them both at the next WGL? I would expect so.
Likely. Chimiko is doing really well on ladder again. 5 points in both months. Next to Focus, the only player who has accomplished that. Dude.
I think I'm going to take a shower in the next break, dude. What the hell?
I have to, like, once we're done here, I have to run to the Rocket Beans studio, where pretty warm there, pretty warm on the way there.
You're gonna fit in with the sweaty nerds you're gonna see in front of the building.
Oh, the cliches.
Shout out to all the people, by the way, who got here through via Rocket Beans. We know there's a lot of you out there who found our wonderful Neo, Mr. Yannis, through Rocket Beans and have found their way here after. Shout outs to all you guys. Nice to have you here.
Shout out to all you sweaty nerds out there.
Sway nerds?
Sweaty.
Sweaty nerds. Dude, I'm a sweaty nerd right now.
Yep.
I'm sweaty all over, man.
No shame in that, man. No shame in that. 1 more minute and the game starts.
This looked... if you're sewing right now, do you feel a little disheartened? That's, of course, feelings you never can allow yourself, or you shouldn't at least. If you're a competitive player, you're supposed to, you know, go into every map fresh and think, okay, everything's possible. I just have to play my game well and I can win. But Lin kind of spanked him. Lin kind of spanked him mean, dude.
It's always... You can always excuse yourself with items. I mean, I think, yeah, the pipe was great, but in Orc Mirror, the 20% Vamp Aura is so crazy. So you can look for excuses. Okay, I had a good start. I distracted a little. I was caught off guard with the Blade Master there. So that can be the issue. And now start on another map that is Twisted Meadows. A lot of items here. And speaking of like item luck and RNG luck and stuff, Lin getting the upper left position, and the barracks will most likely trap the rock golem. Is there space for the rock golem? Yeah, right?
Yes. Yeah. That is the best creep here to go for early. But with Zoin spawning close to it, I'm pretty sure he's going to scout for this as well, right?
I think so. Or he's just doing the same thing. Look at the building position.
Oh, yeah.
And it's very, very rare to see it.
Base is looking super weird. This is looking like a bot base.
Yep. And it's super rare to see this creep on other positions than the upper left, because it's a little more tricky on other positions, but definitely doable. Let's see if Zoin can pull it off. Thank you, Der Derbere, for the 9-month resub. Reforged, reforged, reforged is his message.
Haven't heard from Reforged in a long time, but BlizzCon is coming soon, guys. And if we don't hear anything there, then that would be quite surprising.
Then they just buried it. And we'll never speak of it again. Like StarCraft Ghost.
Imagine that scam after all the pre-orders.
Players' forces are under attack.
So let's see how this Rock Golem pull works on other positions. Grunt is going. Come on, guys.
Seems to be working. Oh, he stops to attack. Oh, no, it didn't work because he attacked. Oh, damn. That is so much wasted time.
Yep. In the meantime, we got the Devotion Aura for Lin, which is great in the mirror, or in general great.
A player's forces
This
are
might be
under
this
attack.
second best item. It's definitely really good. Oh, and the second try with the grunt gets ensnared.
It's a disaster.
Oh, man.
This is almost impossible to get back from.
Well, it's gonna be a full level plus 2 item advantage for Lin. So that's a big advantage. Don't get me wrong. It's a big, big advantage.
I'm so curious what the but is now.
It's not entirely impossible. He just has to out-micro him for the rest of the game.
That's very easy against Lin and Orc Mirror. It's like,
You know-
pff, I can do that.
Yes, you know, sometimes
If he gets
things
the
go
Vamp
well.
Aura now, it might be possible.
Gets
Uh-huh.
the Vamp Aura Neo.
Aha!
Back in it.
Ha
Back
ha!
in it.
I mean, it's a little unfortunate for Zoin that his null camp in the front of the base is gone. Only a Gloves of Haste, though. Oh, question in chat here. Will you guys be at the ESL 1 Dota event in Hamburg this year again? Would be awesome to see each other again. Hells yeah, I'm there!
When is it?
You're not. You're in North
Ah, yeah, I'm in Nossi. Why aren't you in Nossi?
because I'm at the ESL Dota event.
You're gonna abandon Ugri for Dota.
Yeah.
That's me.
Like, we can talk about this in the next break because I was really, really, really disappointed and disheartened.
A
By
player's
Ugri?
forces are
No,
under
not by
attack.
Ugri. That I won't go.
Okay. Interesting. We'll talk about that later.
Thank you, Coiler85 for the 4-month resub. Soin is getting the... Oh no, that's Lin here. Getting the second null spot, trying to pimp his Blade Master. Soin can creep this alone now with the Vamp Aura. That's how strong it is. Thanks, Blizzard, for buffing this item. Totally necessary. Remo just smirking.
Player's forces
Neo again with his Blizzard complaints.
This is not the biggest problem we have in the game, dude. Going from 15% to 20% is not breaking the game. At all.
It's going into a wrong direction, though. Speaking of wrong directions, this Grunt was not in the perfect position because he got chopped down by the blade, but Speed Scroll might be helping him for a little Grunt block.
Oh,
So
nice.
goddamn sweet.
Goddamn Lin.
Players
Perfect arrival.
Damn Lin. He's pretty good. He's pretty good at the video game.
Yes, kind of talented kid. So can he pimp up his Blade Master? He got the trifecta, he got the Scourge Bone Chimes.
He's got the dream inventory. This
Yep.
is amazing.
Yep.
What do you say now, Neo? Mr. Can't come back from the start.
Told you if he gets the Vamp Aura. Actually, his Shadow Hunter is ahead. His Beastery and Lodge are about the same speed.
Yeah, Twisted Meadows is a lot of rolling the dice here. These items are a massive deal. Troll Warlord, 2 bad items here with the belt and the rune braces. Everything else is good. Oh, Lion Horn plus Skirt Bone Chimes. That is insane.
It's pretty good. Some, like this RNG is just like, oh, you poor kid. Had such a tough start. Let me help you a little. And yeah, working nicely. What did Lin get? He sold it immediately, so it wasn't too good.
Oh, the flute.
Ah, okay. Understandable then. No tier 3 this time, just Raider Walker. With an earlier Warmel for Lin in this game, was the other way around in game 1.
Blade Master for Lin finds the Shadow Hunter. This should be pretty easy last hit steals.
forces are under
Is he actually gonna aim for the Shadow? No, not really.
Is Lin engaging? We're just thinking about it, I guess.
Sees the Walker though, with Spirit Link, that's a big advantage for the one who has it. Walker now coming in for Lin as well, but the Grunt's already hurt. Doesn't want to heal him up with the heal self just yet, I guess, with the Blade Master still here. Lots more mana for Soin, which is actually a big deal on the first hero. And Cheeky Lin just taking out the Ogre Magi down in the south. Gets the claws for a reward. Perfect.
Ooh. This inventory is also pretty sick, man. Double circlet claws, gloves. High deeps.
Lin very passive now with the second hero. Perhaps wants to go for the Rock Golem next. For the consumable Neo, as we call it, the consumable.
Yeah, shout out to Todd. It's funny that he gets triggered by this, right? A little.
A little funny.
Players' forces are under attack.
A little funny. Can the Blade Master get the seal over here for Lin? He's right on top of the Rock Golem. Has to pop the Invul though if he wants it. Oh no, Hex coming in. Nicely done. Lin with a deny. There's a scroll. The Beast on the ground. Whoops.
He just took it. So in the Stealing Magpie. In game number 1, he got the flute. In game number 2, he gets the scroll.
Did cost him an Invul, but that's of course easily worth it.
A player's forces are under
Soin, though, is taking 2 spots in a row where there's no item and it's only for the experience. He gets level 3, okay. But this is not perfect.
Yeah, it seems like he was a little bit afraid with the Shadowhunter's movement towards the right-hand side. After that camp, he was out of heal self, so maybe he wanted to go back to the main. But yeah, not exactly the most efficient creep route.
But safe, so I guess.
But far ahead of the enemy Shadow. Look at Lin's.
players' forces are
Only
under
level 2
attack.
Shadowhunter, that's not good. This would be the dream time now, basically, to force a fight for Soin.
I think so too. Parry up only. He's sending out peons. They will get slaughtered. Unfortunate timing for... Oh, no, he just wants to fight them, right? So, this could be a good timing. Do we have consumables, a mana potion, and a heal scroll? Lin has a heal scroll. And the weaker Shadow Hunter. So, this is the best chance you got.
Level 4 on the blade though, that's the advantage over here for Lin. Kodo Beast gets the Devour off, but gets surrounded instantly. Where's the Raider? There's no Raiders for Soin? I had one, but that one got killed right away. Kodo Beast still being kept alive. Big disenchant right there, getting rid of the Spiritling, and the Kodo is gonna fall. Heal Scroll trying to keep it alive, but it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna help. And Scroll the Beast coming in. This has to be disenchanted right away. It does, but not on the entire army. Kodo Beast falls for Soin as well. Raiders now being on the menu next. And for once, it's Soin with the Raider advantage, keeping his 2 alive. This fight is looking good for Soin. And Lin in trouble now, down at 43 supply. He's behind by about 6 supply. Might be losing more with the Raider being chased still. More Walkers falling though as well. And finally level 3 for the Shadow Hunter. Saves the Walker, just barely. And the Blade Master, man. The Blade Master for Lin seems like has to do all of this by himself.
And there is still the Scroll of the Beast running on the Blade Master of Soin. You said it, he didn't disable the entire army, and especially not the Blade Master, where this is where it counts, pretty much. Lin's still trying his best. Raider for Raider trade in the north. Walker getting caught out, I guess. Everything's pretty hurt. Oh, there was a more Spiritling, but no heal waves anymore on neither side. Soin is closer to one, though.
Can he force the hero kill here? This might be the end of the game. Ensnare's cooling down on the Raiders. Here comes one. Going for the Grunt instead, though. And going for the next Grunt. Oh, that's 6 more supply right there. Being claimed by Soin. Looking to grab the 1-1.
Oh, and with the peons, man, that's 10 supply gone in a second. Okay, Blade Master didn't get it. Maybe with some items from the shop, the Shadow Hunter can come back and surprise with a Hex or something. Blade Master level 4.5 for Lin. Plus 16 damage. He's still in this.
Absolutely. How did he not smash that fight? He had Shadow Hunter advantage. He had Scourge Boneshine's advantage.
He had a mana potion advantage.
It's just Lin, dude.
It's
just Lin.
Yeah.
Goddamn madman.
Also, there was a Scroll of the Beast, and he took out Lin's Kodo first. That's so surreal. That's actually so fucking sick.
How is this game not over? Lin's got a 7 supply lead. 4 supply lead, excuse me.
It's just Lin. I mean, there's no other explanation. That Lin.
Freaking Lin. Infiverse Law Light, by the way, 1-1. Thank you, chat.
And Focus is leading 1-0 against Colorful. And Romantic...
Level 5, dude. Check out his inventory. Ooh, baby.
Oh, yes. Sweet. Romantic got the 2-0 win over Lin Guagua. So, Guagua in the open qualifier next month.
Raid's gonna do great, Neo. Don't despair.
Still sad.
A player's forces are under
This card goes to Soin. No mana potion this time on the Shadow Hunter. No tier 3 techs at all. 50 supply and defense upgrades. I like that. Stacking up armor with a devotion.
A town is under siege.
And upgrades now, but Soin is poking into the base.
And as we know, orcs never carry a TP, so this can always be painful. Shop gone right away. If this should be a long extended fight, this will matter a lot. And the Burrow falling would supply block Lin, and the Burrow is gonna fall. Level 4 for the Blade with that. Backup shop for Soin as well, by the way. First Raider getting taken out right away. Soin aiming for the Walker. That one killing off, taking a while, but gets him as well. But Blade Master finds another kill on the other side. Also a Walker is level 5 now. Level 5 Blade for Lin with this inventory.
213 critical strikes. Oh yeah, baby. But Lin is losing the Kodo again a lot earlier than Soin. Wastes another ensnare on this, but it's fine. No shop for Lin. Only for Soin in a bit. Lin's fighting him back and killing the shop. Double Kodo for Lin coming in now. 44 versus 50. He's back in no upkeep. That was important. And now it's Kodo hunting season.
Only one ensnare, but that one's making good use of onto the Kodo Beast. That one is gonna fall. There is a backup Kodo, but the Raider pops out. Oh my god, that was such a big kill.
Oh,
He has more ensnares now to use. Going for the next Kodo Beast, and that one will be the last for Soen. Can't afford to lose this. Mana Potion on the Shadow Hunter with a Pendant of Energy. Great synergy there, as we always know it to be. Level 4 for him. Soen gets the return kill on one more Kodo, but there is still another Kodo. 284 crits! Oh, baby, 292!
Oh,
how high can we go?
God, completely batshit. Lin's Blade Master, the Saint Sword, 4th crit in this fight since we noticed it. 260. Ouch. And the Shadow Hunter caught off guard, Soen taps out. GG. Lin is in the top 8. Oh boy.
Lin.
Against the
Lin?
Vamp Aura.
You are so insane, dude.
But I mean, that early game, that laboratory, making it close was already an accomplishment for Soen.
But to be fair, that early game was super botched, the first creep.
Yeah.
But when it came to 40 supply, kind of, which is like, what is it, 10 minutes? It was super even again. It was even Soen with the lead.
Yeah, that's true. But then Lin smashed him in the fight like crazy.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
As Lin does.
Unbelievable. Yeah. So that means in our group, we have one game left. That's going to be the rematch. Oh no, we don't even know how TH versus WFZ is going. We haven't had one result from there, right?
No, it's 1-0 for TH.
Ah.
And I think the second game is still going on.
Yeah, that is correct. So we switch over